take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it along.
All right, welcome back to Cedar Rapids. We are here at the power station, the Alliant Power Station, downtown Cedar Rapids for the ACO Major. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. We've got Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja, and right in between us, I'm not 100% sure who's sitting here in between us. It might be Amber Fretwell's stunt double. I'm not 100% sure.
I'll take it.
But Stacy Van Gilder is joining us here as we sit by center court and we watch another fantastic matchup. This is going to be something right here. If you were just watching a few minutes ago, Philip, you get to see a little DJ Long. You're going to see a little DJ Longer, if you will.
They're pretty much similar.
And Austin Thomason, who, if I'm not mistaken, was warming this chair up for me earlier today.
He was
sitting here watching some matches. He came in low and hard there, and I think they are underway, are they not? They finished all their down and back.
That may have been their last day, because I don't know if he would have tried that shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't, if that was his initial play.
It was. I mean.
Oh, it was.
It was,
And
all right.
DJ picks up 7, and he's shown early in these games he's going to take an early lead, just like he did on Fergie.
I need to take some tips.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever that last bag was that Austin threw there, it looked like he threw it overhand at about 95 miles an hour. He might want to get a hold of the local baseball team.
I think he used to be a baseball player, I think.
Yep. Well, there's a couple swings and misses right there, as a matter of fact, off to the right. And not nearly enough. Boy, I'll tell you what. Don't get up and go to the bathroom, or you might miss this one.
This one may be over quick.
Stacy, we've enjoyed having you in the booth. Thank you. We're here for both frames. Congratulations. Nicely done. This one could be over before it gets started right here. Now, have you had an opportunity to play either one of these two throughout the course of any of the majors that you've been to? Or
I have not gotten to play either one of them. Not yet.
I've had the privilege several times
of being beaten by both?
Yeah, and I took DJ for a while until he got good.
Yeah. Well, we talked a little bit about this earlier before you stepped in, Stacy. There you go. That's what he was looking to do in that last round. But about some of these younger players whose attitudes have shifted over the last couple of years, and DJ being one of those who, and Phil talked about a lot of personal experience with him, coming out of Tennessee, and he's really mellowed out a little bit. You see that a lot out on the main floor, attitudes that have changed over the year.
Absolutely. I've seen some who they just look like they're about to punch something, and now they've definitely settled down, and I'm not going to say gotten used to it, but more confident.
Mellowed out just a little bit. Now, I'm curious, I'll ask both of you because you both play at a high level. Have you seen anybody that's gone the opposite way? Either one of you that used to be calm, cool, and collected, and now is maybe a bit more of a hothead?
I really hadn't said that. They say back in the early Eric Heiner was
besides
our executive, I know him.
Our executive producer.
But I tell you, I lost my train of thought. Who I was talking about, Mark Smothers. Russell Tabers actually kicked him out of his regional. He was so bad. Yeah. Now he's laid back and doesn't do anything. But he can go that way any second because I have seen him do it once or twice. Yeah, once or twice. But no finer guy there is.
Oh, no question. But the best thing about Smothers is he can get right up nose to nose with you and cuss you out, and you have no idea what he said, so you don't know whether to be offended or not.
That's no lie.
I'd probably just laugh, not knowing what they say.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I think that's the best response is no response, and Austin able to close the gap, 11-6 here.
Yeah.
As we mentioned before, out of the blue lane, the higher seed, DJ Long, comes in seeded number 2, and Austin Thomason number 3, so this is a good one. We could end up seeing these two back here a little bit later on.
Absolutely. DJ seems to be in a pretty good groove right now. And I saw you have Amber Fretwell sitting over here with you. Man, you were feeling it with these two pretty women over here.
Well, we were over here laughing about the fact that nobody can tell which one's which as they work their way around the room. And I told her, I said, maybe what the two of you ought to do is switch jerseys one day and really throw everybody for a loop.
That'd be it.
Shane would be the only one, and you'd hope it wouldn't be able to tell the difference, but he might be the only one.
Maybe she'll let me wear the Woman of the Season jersey.
Oh,
I'll take that one.
You'd take that one? And then,
I think you're going to earn that one these years. I believe it. I believe in you.
I'm working on it one of these seasons.
Oh, and then this is a chance for Austin to pick up some more.
Oh, and that's going to be a daredevil. You knew as soon as that left his hand, that was not going to get there. And you know how I know that? Because that's how I throw. I knew when that left his hand, I'm like, that looks familiar. Blonk.
To me, that was a bad by Austin Thomason.
Yeah. Well, how many times have we talked about this, and you know as well as we do, when you have that opportunity, you got that last bag in your hand, how often you miss the big opportunity right in front of you because you think there's no way you can miss the opportunity right
That's
in front
right.
of you, and you sure enough do.
We had a game, my doubles game earlier. All we had to do was push the bag in. We missed it, and we lost.
Lost off? Did you go off the back? You missed and went off the back as well?
Yes.
No, see, that'll be it. That sometimes you overthink it, and then you overstink it.
That's a good one. We're going to use that before again.
I'm coming up. I'm just. My goal is to come up with 100 new cornhole phrases during this particular major.
Wow.
Another mistake right there off the back.
He's gone off the back way more than I usually see him.
And he may be pressing a little bit because he's thrown some bags that are very unaccustomed to him. And how about Caleb Hurt, number one player?
I know.
Tuning in, watching us right here.
All
What's
right.
up, Caleb?
Glad to have him along for the ride. Actually playing on his court. He's probably just checking to see what's going on his court.
Yeah. He's scoping the competition for later down the road.
I'm sure he is saying, oh, what competition? Come on now.
I don't think he's saying that. He
No,
is
he's not
way
saying
too
that.
humble.
Yeah, there's no way he's saying that. Oh, goodness.
Nice double four-bagger. What was that we're supposed to say? Shot?
Oh,
No.
no.
I take it back.
Austin doesn't show much emotion, whether he
He does not.
gives up points or gets points. He doesn't. It's the same.
And that's very observant of you.
Yeah.
Well, I think between the two of them, I mean, they're pretty even keel, both of them. But we really haven't gotten into a situation here where, and oftentimes this happens on center court, is we get into these games where it comes down to who's going to make the first mistake.
That's right.
And that's usually when you see the emotion come out, because somebody realizes they've shown that little hitch in the giddy up in the armor, and then they realize they've exposed themselves just a little bit. That's an interesting bag there, just to lay it flat. He's going to try to get up.
Ooh,
how
good
about
bag.
that? That's a good
That
shot.
was an accidental roll right there, I believe.
Yeah.
Accidental, but it was a nice shot.
Now we see that roll bag. You call it the block and roll bag, Philip. But and neither one of you really employ that shot when you're out playing.
Like I said, I rolled one yesterday. Too bad it was beside the board.
That's that right?
And,
I think Austin's getting in his groove.
he is. He's settled in a little bit now. Fergie did the same thing. Got behind big, got in the groove. But DJ finished it off.
Boy, you can tell the difference in the way they throw it, the sound that their bags hit when they hit the board. It's such a deeper thud when you hear DJ's bag hit the board. So clearly a difference in the arc. Now you did talk about that low air mail, and he's got that low air mail, but he is putting a decent arc on it, and it's landed nice and flat with a big thud. And Austin's bags don't tend to make that same big thud. You hear a little bit more of the pellets in the bag.
His are not quite as flat as DJ's, but effective. Nice.
Just kind of trading shots right now.
Austin plays with Willie Johns. You talk about more of a laid-back person.
Oh, I guess he does those push shots on purpose
Man,
like that.
Yeah, he threw that awful fast. DJ's only able to pick up one out of it, though.
All right, well,
How about Money Mike tuning in over there? You see Money Mike across the way?
good to see him on board.
Very well coordinated with his clothes.
Always. When your name is Money Mike, you pretty much have to be a fashion plate.
Absolutely.
For your industry. So you're going to have to do that.
I see across the way, Fergie is now playing Johnny Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Good shot.
That was a great airmail.
Oh.
DJ right back.
I'll see your
There you
airmail.
go. Oh, how about that
Boy,
shot?
How about that? And that's an airmail drag that really.
And that,
Good round.
That's a really nice.
and that, folks, is
Nice
a round
frame.
of cornhole right there. That's what we tune in to see.
Yep. They received a sitting ovation
Yeah,
from
you
those of
did.
us here in the
I'm
booth.
gonna give it one too. 'Cause Austin made a heck of a shot right there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And
That was
then
a good
now-
one.
Look, he's smiling. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And look, Austin makes a heck of a shot and gets nothing. That's what's bad.
That's crazy, isn't it? Crazy.
And Austin has a very good airmail.
Ooh.
Nice shot there.
So I think as they continue to hit and replace, you do see two completely different speeds coming out of Austin's hands. There's not – I mean, he can certainly throw consistently, but, man, when he wants to, he can light it up. That's up and over, and he's not enough to drip it back in through the backside.
Do it a little bit harder. And there's another smile from Austin.
4-1, Sebastian Marcher, Craig Irvin. 4-1, Sebastian Marcher.
And you hear in the background, there's still lots of competition going on. Doubles will be underway here in just a little while.
And DJ is trying to play the block shot.
He is good at it.
He is very good at it. Not real sure what bags he's throwing now, but it's very – look at there's the get-around shot. And Austin tried it, too, went off the back. And a roll. He's showing the whole arsenal right here in this round.
Yeah, that's a great shot right there, too. Look at that. I mean, it's like they have eyes, some of these shots. Coming in and hard
Austin
and
needed
around.
to push them all, and that's
Yeah.
going to be it.
That's going to do it. Yeah, he went for the gusto, and he ended up with the busto. Hey, I got another one in there, Phil. Yeah, come
Yeah.
on. Somebody start
tell you
writing
what,
these
man.
down, will you? For God's
I'll
sakes.
tell you what, the block worked in that round right there
Sure
because
did.
he threw some great bags.
Well, and as you both mentioned too, there was a big shift in that from offense to defense, and you knew
was.
exactly where it happened. And as soon as it happened,
Yeah.
it made a huge difference. So, I tell you, that was a great match against between your number 2 and your number 3 seed in singles. That's going to move DJ Long along 21-8.
Which is whose pick?
Let's see. Was that you, Stacy, who picked him to win the whole thing earlier this week on the taco? I think that was you, wasn't it? I don't know. You're gonna now. Here's the thing. You're gonna make sure that you get a chance before we leave for the weekend. That you get a chance to see Phil before he's in a sling for tearing his rotator cuff for patting himself on the back. But no, I mean, we do this week in and week out, and you have. I would say, no matter how deep the field is, you're at least 50, if not 60 or 70% on these picks. You've got, I think, and the thing that I like about your picks is they're based on not just who's hot, it's based on who up against who else is in the field.
That's right.
Is there and what kind of games. And that's the kind of insight that makes it great having players like you guys sitting next to me, because you know what I know about all this? Nothing. I don't know a thing. I just know what I'm looking at, and I know human nature.
ACO